evening, everybody. Karibuni sana to another beautiful Monday evening in the 254, 9 minutes past 4 p.m. Kenyan time. And of course, we are back like we never left. We are back like we were here yesterday. So Karibuni, as we get to dive into this amazing session all about arts, entertainment, and culture. This is the Rythm Scoop Show by the Three Musketeers. Of course, we are back with more news. So make sure you tune in and find out what conversations we have for you today. My name is Shmani. I'm the captain of the day every Monday from 3 p.m. or rather 4 p.m. depending on the time we start this show. Karibuni.
Yes, Karibuni Sana family. Hope you guys are doing amazing. Good afternoon, good evening actually
Good
from
evening.
our end. And a good morning to you who's listening to us all the way from diaspora. My name is Joby and this is Arts, Entertainment and Culture, the Rythm Scoop Show every Monday and Friday from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Kindly do remember to interact with us for those who are with us live on YouTube. In case you shall be catching this on a replay, kindly enjoy and leave your sentiments below and subscribe as well. And remember, you can also join us officially by downloading our app on the Google Play Store. Enjoy the show. My name is Joby.
Yes, and it's me, lovely Iritan, excited about the day. It's always a great time to be. It's always a great time to be alive every day. So excited about this show today, and remember that you are the change you need to see in the world.
Period.
Yes.
Amazing. Amazing. So
Yeah.
you still have another quote.
Yes, of course.
Iritan always does
know.
quotes. Iritan always comes in with quotes.
Oh my
Even in the
God.
middle of conversation, I'm like, okay, I need to get a pen and paper. But Karibuni sana people, this is of course entertainment, art and culture. We have a lot of entertainment news currently in the 254 and of course worldwide. Make sure you tune in and find out who was doing what yesterday, who was up to what the other night, and where did Joby sleep. That is what we are coming to find out on this amazing time. And of course, we are taking a short musical break. We'll be back with our motivational quotes of the day. So if you are tuned in with us on TikTok and of course on the radio app, make sure you share a quote with the world, with the beautiful people here. Of course, you can also share it with us personally on our page over there. Our WhatsApp number is 0705 428 388. Let us know what quote you'd love to share. And of course, we're also coming back with our recap of the week. So stay tuned and get to know what actually happened. This is of course Christopher Wallace by the one and only TNT. I'm a lover of Kenyan music, and I'm about to put you guys on with Tommy Blanco and 28. In short, TNT.
Pour me up for she got a little, I got a load of money, I let her hold the hundreds. She wanna ride the bros, come get your hoes, you running. Niggas they shoot and tell, tryna expose the violence. She let me hit it for free, you was like poor designs. I got a load of cash, why is you stuck in the past? She wanna ride the cash, I pull a digital dash. I want my whole exotic, my pockets on Christopher Wallace. You a pussy I cannot acknowledge, I'm speeding, don't care about the mileage. I hit a look with my niggas through, I never been to an interview. I put that on the physical, my niggas ain't ready to deal with you. I been in the trap where the hitters move, I'm about to go up like a pedestal. You broke me to brick like an interlude, I load up the Glock and I kill a few. I got a load of cash, oh why is you stuck in the past? She wanna ride the cash, I pull a digital dash. I want my whole exotic, my pockets on Christopher Wallace. You a pussy I cannot acknowledge, I'm speeding, don't care about the mileage. I can't afford to have problems to deal with the drama, I keep me a piece in the drama. Niggas be talking that tough shit but they do not want it. I send you to Jesus the Father, then I go deal with the karma. I line you up like a barber, fuck is Hakuna Matata. Ready to ride with my brother, Cooper Masai with my brother. I'm from the east but I keep me a burner. Boy, free my niggas out the slammer, I want a crib at the top of the man. I told my niggas the fame it don't matter. Pray for a plate and I got me a platter. Straight to the top and I ain't use a ladder. Get to the top and them haters will find you. I got a clip I can put it aside.
My quote of the day is make each day the best day of your life. Trust no tomorrow. Whatever you're planning today, today is the best day to act. Live as if the best day is today. Plan as if the best day was yesterday.
Mine are two, and the first one says it's an hilarious one, comes with humor. Monday is like a math problem. Add the irritation, subtract the sleep, multiply the problems, divide the happiness. happy Monday. And the next one says that Monday sets the tone for the week. Be the beast today.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Really deep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It starts with the Monday is always
Yeah.
like that's irritated,
Yeah.
subtract the maths, like everything is not adding up.
Yeah.
Like we're trying to discuss how our Mondays used to be long
I
time
know,
ago.
yeah.
Like, it's way better now. You
Yeah.
set the tone for Monday.
Exactly.
You are the beast.
Exactly.
Sounds every time.
Yeah.
Mine is when you finally stop chasing things that are not meant for you, you make space for the right things to find you.
Amazing.
So true.
Amazing.
Been in the game, I don't play the bench. New cards, my favorite stench. Remember the bitches that came and went. Wanna hit me, tryna make a mess. I am the rapper they recommend. I get the cash, yeah, I rake it in. Clumsy nigga might just break the bank. She gave me head in the anything. I'm tryna bone on my dog, so when she call me that, I don't take offense. I spin a check on my neck, and when I pull up to the club, I'm the main event. That's why these niggas are dissing me. Cause most of they misses are missing me. Y'all never broke up officially, but she still this shit out like a kitchen sink. I bought a drink, sign my soul, the dirtiest girl of purple. I said the link, feel like a stone, and moving like I'm a turtle. I keep my eyes on the prize, B. I keep my Nikes on the concrete. 10 toes when I'm stepping out. Ain't no other nigga like me. I got a load of money. I let her hold the hands. She wanna ride the bros. Come get your hoes, you want you. Niggas they shoot and tell. Tryna expose the vice. She let me hit it for free. You are the whole designs. I got a load of cash. Or I just stuck in the past. She wanna ride the cash. I pull up digital dash. I want my whole exotic. My pockets don't get so honest. No pussy I can't acknowledge. I'm speeding no paper to manage. Hey. I let her hold the hands. If she wanna ride the road, come with your hope and she ride. Niggas they shoot and tell. Tryna expose the lines. But she let me get it for free. You wanna hold the signs. I let her load the cash. I just stuck in the past. She wanna ride the cats. I pull up digital dash. I want my whole exotic. My pockets don't get so for wallets. You a pussy I can't acknowledge. I'm speeding don't care what I'm finding. She got a little bit.
Yes, that is of course TNT. They're from Kenya, by the way. Whoever thought we don't have Kenyan rappers who can actually rap that fast
Shout out
and
to
that
Keith.
fluent.
Yeah.
They are Kenyan.
Tell me
Really
about
true.
that.
Kenyan, dang.
Kid
Yeah.
needs to hear that.
Keith,
Oh my
you need to-
gosh.
They're Kenyan.
I thought it was American.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kid should listen to that. I hope you had it.
I mean, Kenyan music.
It's
They
always
actually,
this in Kenyan music.
I know,
You know, like
yeah.
you'll never be anywhere.
No.
Literally.
I've never heard him talking about Kenyan.
Oh, you
music.
should. He's,
And
he's-
Jamaican music too.
he doesn't allow that. I mean, it's like
talks
Kenyan music. And these songs are really dirty.
Manze?
Literally, Keith has
Keith's
always
playlist.
like sensual.
Mine.
I'm like, oh my god, I'm about to sleep. But it's
But on
really
Thursday I had a good time with them.
Yeah?
Yeah, I really had a good time. Everyone was really requesting good music.
Okay.
And they found me in the mood and the tone.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
Good.
That's
good.
amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. But how was your weekend, guys?
Amazing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What
Mine
are you
was-
up to?
Mine was just chill. Kawaida Saturdays for me, don't count it as
As
a
a
weekend
weekend,
because I'm
yeah.
always here. Maybe by the time I talk about it's raining nowadays,
Yeah.
majority of the times. Sunday was just chill for me. Nothing much, nothing less.
Okay.
Yeah.
Didn't
Saturday
you do
just went to the-
makeup?
I did makeup, but I had not really for clients
Okay.
specifically myself.
Oh.
I had something important to do,
Okay.
and yeah, that's it. Saturday went for salon,
Okay.
nothing else.
Alright.
Yeah.
Glowy.
Yeah. How was your weekend?
Mine was
Lisa?
actually the same as I just chilled.
Okay.
Just a lot of meditation.
Okay.
Just self-care this time.
Yeah.
Just spend a little time with a friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think it was a very quiet, good weekend.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Mine was also amazing.
Mhm.
Did cooking, baking, washing. By then I do laundries.
Mhm.
I don't have. I'm manifesting for a laundry machine because I love
Yes.
washing.
Mhm.
So I should get one real soon.
Yes.
My birthday is soon, September.
You'll get it.
So remember
Yes.
that.
You'll get
And
it.
of
You've
course,
already said it, so you'll get it.
I've already said it. So yeah, that is basically what I was doing on Sunday. I went to play basketball. I'll invite you guys, by the way. That place is really amazing because it's not only a place for, and I was telling you in the morning,
Yeah.
not only playing, there are athletes over there. the people who have actually played for Kenyans main team, and of course it's like in a neutral place, so you can actually network because it's in Karen, so we have like a lot of people coming from different places, so you can. And they were also games. It was so good. Like there were games that people were playing. Everybody was playing. So like you guys could like have chemistry, talk about stuff, feel like babies, run all around. It was like really, really an amazing time. Yeah, and on Sunday basically spent with the family. It was just beautiful, beautiful weekend. But that is all about my weekend. Nothing much, a lot though. But I really, really appreciate for that. Now, apart from that, there was of course the East African Awards.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was actually happening this weekend, and a lot of people came out to win. You know, a couple.
We've been having East African Awards.
Yes, literally. I didn't know about it.
Wow.
I didn't know it actually existed. I was like, okay, now we have East African Awards, and that's really, really amazing to see. And a lot of people actually took these medals and how do we call it, trophies, and it was just super, super amazing. Rythm actually got up with 5 awards at the East African Arts Entertainment Awards, and it's just crazy. And I don't really know the awards as much. 5. We had you know, Claudia Octopizzo also won 2 awards apparently, and
Best
it was
rapper.
super. Best rapper East Africa.
What about OG?
I wonder.
I mean, you guys,
Where's
everybody
Calligraph?
has their taste.
Hey, our taste is calligraph.
My taste is not your taste, Joby.
I understand, but
Yeah.
hey, our taste is calligraph.
Oh my God, what happened?
Thank you guys.
We
My
win.
taste
The
is
majority.
Octopizzo.
The majority should win.
I mean, everybody has their own, and he had like something to say
Wewe
about it.
unasikiaje ukisema kwamba unatetea mtaa na pia unabeba mtaa kwa vitu vingi kama hizi, kuna hizo ma community na nini, alafu unasikia msanii kutoka mtaani anasema Octopizzo hajawahi tusaidia kumtaa.
So mimi si baba ya mtu.
Wow. He's the one who said that. Wait, where had you played that
Like
girl
I
like
very
Yeah.
That is Octopizzo. He
Okay.
said,
clear. Mimi si baba ya wasanii. So msanii akitoka anatoka mtaa yetu iko na wasanii kaka 5 mazee. You can't help everyone. Same una hata unye hata Ruto na hasa sahi. Haizi saidia kila msee. Unaona? So msamefuata the right channel. Because mimi nakoga na channel zangu na niko na protocol zangu. Wezi nikujia tu ati ni aje mimi ni msanii wa Kibich nisaidie. Si mimi nilikuwa msanii wa Kibich, nani alinisaidia? Jitume mpaka niseme msame jituma mazee. Siwezi kuignore. Yaani umejituma hadi siwezi kuignore. But utoke tu atu amke wewe ni rapo ukuja hapo zako zimekushoni mimi. Na hiyo utanipata tu ki street.
amazing, amazing. I mean, me, I love Octo for free.
Yeah.
Like literally, I love him because however much he talks like that, if you're really a fan of Octo, he's really a giver.
Okay.
One thing, he gives in the community. There was a time he actually went and sponsored a whole chama of women from his village, you know, and all that. Gave them like foundation, and they're actually coming up by themselves, and it's super, super amazing. And apart from him saying mimi si baba ya mtu, he actually doesn't mean that in person, because I've seen people from Kibera, and Octopizzo has foundations for rappers and singers from Kibera. And every time he says, follow my channels, follow my, kama unanifollow utajua tu penye utanipata, because I've seen him bring up young singers and talented creative people from Kibera, and he has actually presented, and that is why when people say Kibera, they name Octo, because he has actually, I say there are every a lot of people are coming from Kibera, a lot of people are content creators from Kibera, but why do people say Kibera is Octo? Because he has actually made that impact for creatives, created a path for them, and not only that, lifted them up, has a lot of foundations, even for young girls, even for creatives from Kibera. And of course there is Kiburi that comes with it, and I see somebody saying, you know, don't joke with somebody who has come from the scratch alone, you know, because I have experienced a lot of things. I have put in work. You've seen my struggle from day one. You can tell from his first songs the way he used to look like. And right now you see where he is as a person. You just don't wake up every day as an artist one morning and you're saying, oh, I'm going to work and he's supposed to help me. It doesn't make sense. Everybody has their own path. And I don't mean, I saw one thing, somebody saying, you have to struggle. No, there are people whose paths are not struggling. You know, the people who are like, okay, I have to struggle for 10 years. Or 20, or even 2 decades.
That's the limit for themselves?
No. Like in the game, what I've learned, and a lot of people who have been in the game say, 10 years.
Okay.
You give yourself 10 years. In 10 years, you've made enough networks.
Okay.
In 10 years, you've done all that.
Yeah.
If the fame comes, you know how to deal with it. But if it comes like, oh, you are just playing on TikTok or on Instagram and then it pops, those are the type of
It's
Nini
so
that
true.
doesn't work.
Yeah.
You know, they don't even maintain like in a few months. It's gone because
Cannot
you
handle it.
you can't handle because it just came and you don't know how to do it. Except Aziad, one of the people that actually made it, because when she just came up, it's been let's go for her.
For
And her,
that, she used to actually do like content creation.
yeah, she used to do
Yeah.
TikTok.
Yeah.
She used to like show her dancing moves.
Yeah.
But when that opportunity came for her,
She was prepared.
she had like management, you know, and it didn't like people who worked with her who knew where to put her, and it actually worked for her, you know. But you have to give like a timeline. Some people, and somebody said, it's not a must, mine must have a timeline, but you don't just wake up every day and say, oh, Octopizo, help me, I'm a rapper from Kibera. See, when you are Kibera, no, I'm not gonna help you if you don't put in work. And I was giving this example. We always call artists here all the time, and I remember back then when we started, and even when I started my journey as a radio host, I'll call artists and wangekuwa na ringa.
Wanakataa.
You know, they say I'm not coming, some want money, some want fare. They just make it difficult for you to access them, right? And then they see you doing your thing, and they see wako like Black on Fire. Mbona Katavila amepost? Mbona Siwasaida amepost? Why is Joby posting? Why is it everywhere? Why is everybody I'm following this place or looking up to the, and now they want to come back, you know? So he always says, fanya kazi, and this is what motivated me. Nilikuwa nakachingi at first. I would be like, I feel bad. Mbona nakata? I take it personal, and then I'd be like, let me work hard so that they can't actually not see me.
Access you.
Yeah, I'm gonna be there till they can't now access me. And with time, when you get like known and bringing that impact, now everybody's calling, hey, can I get a chance? Hey, by the way, where you nowadays? Hey, by the way, you know this and this and this and this. And you look at where you came from, it's just like that. So you have to be disciplined. You have to know what to follow and paths to follow.
Well, I do agree with you, and I want to state for me, in regards of what he's saying, saying that he's not anyone's dad, and saying that most of the people recognize Kibera first because of Octopizo. It's so many artists, and I want to give it also to Calligraph. These people, like you'd see, and I think this comes from, especially when you talk about the slums, the struggles, like you're talking about, the struggles people have to go through, especially when it comes to music, you know, shooting, kupata producer mwenye atakubaliana na wewe, mpige mboka, like, you know, people can literally take your art very serious. It's really a struggle, especially people coming from the ghetto. I've really seen that. So I believe the reason why these people are always seen as the big fish or the big pins of a certain community or a certain state is because of, you know, the way they've managed to pave through the industry. So that gives actually the rest of the people looking up to him hope of also like, hey, neza fika hapo. Neza fika hapo. And I kind of agree with Octopizo one when he says is no one's dad. Like, you have to put in effort. You have to be, for you to be recognized, you have to put in effort. You won't just sit down, you know, and expect things to, you know, people to recognize that, hey, I'm seeing nini. There's something I heard someone yesterday say, kuna kazi zingine, kama kazi yako ni safi, zingine hata you don't need to like bother with the industry. But kuna watu wengine unajua tu hapa nafaa put in effort. Unajua tu lazima, like, I need to do this, I need to do radio interviews, I need to look for people to network with. Like, you know, it is a must, but you're waiting for Octopizo to literally recognize you. No way. So I agree with him when he says first in this industry, no one is gonna help you if you're not helping yourself first. People have to recognize your effort, you're in the industry, what you've been putting in, for people to see if then they'll come through.
Exactly.
Then something else I wanna add is that what was that word? It applies when you talk about the East African Now Awards. I didn't know personally this actually first exists. This is something very new to me. And then nimepita to IG very quick, niko na Octopizo won an award, niko like But
Yeah.
where I didn't know like
Yeah.
there was any even award,
Yeah.
you know, going on this weekend or going down this weekend.
Yeah.
I know of Kalasha. I know of a few.
Yeah,
right.
254.
Pals.
Pulse, you
Yeah.
know, I knew of a few, but I didn't know about
Uncut.
East Africa. And this is so discouraging because when you talk about East Africa, because I'm certain kuna wasanii wengine probably hata wajui.
Hawako wanajua,
Yeah, there are probably so many
exactly.
people who do not know. I also not blame these people who come with these organizations, you know. You can't come up with a platform that is supposed to be appreciating artists, but people have less information
Information
about
about
it,
it,
you know.
yeah.
It's like you telling me we have a whole Grammy Awards, but I have no
No
clue
idea,
that it is
yeah.
happening in the 254. It
Yeah.
just sounds crazy, and I believe that there should be actually a better marketing strategy towards that, so that more artists can actually put more effort.
Yeah.
Because I believe if it's a competition, Oji was supposed to be there.
Yeah.
Topizo Benye ametokea tu.
Maybe the category was there. We don't know.
I mean,
Yeah.
we didn't
We
know. We
don't
would have
know,
voted.
yeah.
Because people, I'm certain there was a voting, you
Of
know,
course,
platform.
obviously,
We
yes.
would have voted, but I didn't know. So that is actually very wrong for me, according to me. I didn't know. Maybe it's my ignorance if you're gonna see this, but hey, we didn't know. We need
didn't know
better.
at all.
You know, we need to
Yeah.
do better.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, wasanii wangapi wako Rwanda?
Wengi sana.
Uganda,
I know.
Tanzania. If
Yeah.
you talk about you just was talking about Rayvanny.
Yeah.
Rayvanny walking away with 5 awards.
I know.
Imagine,
Yeah.
like, I didn't know. This is so crazy, and I believe that that there should be much more done so that we can see actually other more artists paving way and trying to take over.
Yeah.
Nimeona leo Abanton wakisema it's been just a year and we're already taking over. You know, I just hope they really go and push through. You
Yeah.
know, because for them they've really they have been putting in effort and
Yeah.
it's really there,
Yeah.
and that is what we need to see coming from more artists, so that at least hata mtu akikwambia mimi si baba yako ama mimi nini, unajua mimi have put in effort, unajua utaki kunirecognize.
Yeah.
Unaona? Yeah,
I
so
agree with
that's
that.
my thoughts.
It's basically said it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Honestly. You said it all.
Money, take it over.
Yeah.
You don't have a comment?
Everything. she
All
said.
right.
Yeah.
Now this is the first one.
Mhm.
This is the first East African.
Okay.
No, I want to look for East African Entertainment
Okay.
Award. Let me just say East African Entertainment, because I'm trying to find out when did it start. We've never heard about it, you
Yeah,
know.
we've never heard about that.
Yeah, but apparently voting was actually going on. This
Oh,
is
when
on
was that?
February.
February?
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's just so crazy that this happens. And I can also see from 2023 there was also that. It's just crazy that we never hear about them, and it makes a lot of sense. If this is your first time, I mean, there's time for adjustment. We've always wanted these awards. We've always said, even when I and Joby can testify, we've always wanted when there was BET,
Yeah.
when there was also Grammy. So like, why don't we do our own as Africans, where we have to acknowledge our African artists and not go to the
I
corrupted
agree.
system where numbers and biasness and agendas are actually
'Cause,
pushed through those awards.
I feel like actually also this is so wrong for me.
Yeah.
I mean, we do have the East Africa Community Block. I do
Yeah.
agree with that, but I feel like this should be made a continental thing. I remember again, I can't remember the name of the awards, but zenye zilikuwa kunaitwaje? Nigeria.
Yeah.
And then Calligraph took on as the best rapper in Africa,
Yeah.
and even hinted in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Like, when that happened, that's literally, I think, pushed so many rappers,
Yeah.
artists to put more effort, you know, because
Yeah.
it's a competition of artists coming from the whole continent, you know. That's the
Yeah.
same thing. We don't see Grammy coming from, this is Florida, you know, so Florida State is the one
So
that gets
true.
to, you know,
Yeah,
they
I
don't
can
do
see
that.
that.
This is Miami, so
Yeah.
Miami is the one that's going to be given the Grammy Awards. It doesn't happen like that. I believe that there should be better strategies in marketing this kind of brands that
Yeah.
are willing to support artists.
Which
that
is
is
a really
according
big
to me.
deal.
Yeah.
Deal.
Apparently there was one for 2023 and this is 2024, so it's 2 years. That is what is happening, because I can see also in 2023 we had the awards in August, of which we were here, we didn't see none, and we didn't actually
Wow.
even report on that. So you see also the marketing. Plus,
Marketing.
Joby, I want to
Yeah.
like maybe think from the perspective where actually having these awards is kind of expensive.
Yeah.
So we need like to work together. So we can't even say, of course, correcting is okay. We need a better strategy where we can include everybody in
Yeah.
Africa. But again, also we need people who come to support these people, because this is somebody with imagination, and this is somebody who has thought, what if we had BT? What if we had BT in Africa, our own stuff, you know? and I need people to come and support me, and I need inclusivity from all countries. So I do believe actually organizing this whole thing and including African is gonna be a lot of money. You see the way Grammy works, it's expensive. So it depends with also where you start from, but I hope the end goal is to actually include everybody, because now we can actually vote. Everybody can actually vote from all parts of Africa. I also see an amazing award here, and this is of course from Jua Kali, who actually got a lifetime award.
Okay.
All right.
Tunaweza kusema wewe ni international.
And it's just so beautiful because Jua Kali has actually put in work.
I mean, what about Major?
I know.
This is what I'm saying. I feel like it's so biased. Cause ata sawa tuache tu hapo. Achana ata Jua Kali nini? When was the last time we saw? And I'm not hating him. I really, he's a legendary person. He's really put in so much art. We F with his music, even from Zaki Tambo. Will still be playing when you go back. Literally to the Throwback Thursday, you know, it will never, it's endless literally for Jua Kali, for such kind of artists. But recently, if you're talking about Lifetime, we're talking about mtu kama me. For me, Lifetime nafanyamba mtu kama Major.
Why?
Who is being literally tirelessly releasing music back to back, you know, featuring in you know, remixes and all that. Jua Kali was the last time kusema tu kweli Shumani ulimwona kwa ngoma isipokuwa last year.
All right, now when we talk about Lifetime, this is how like I identify with it. It also depends with the impact. You know, when you say like when you say humanitarian lifetime, it's about the impact you've also done with your music and people you've put on. You know, and I don't disagree, because yesterday apparently I was watching Major's interview, and he's a very funny guy. And from the I really loved the whole interview. Nilikuwa nacheka back to back. He had his Tumblr doing his thing, and he was actually saying Kolo and Jua Kali put me on. And he was actually saying when he was alikuwa Ushago, he lived with actually these people in the same house when he came to Nairobi, and they were recording for him in the studio. So I agree, he has been putting one, and he deserves, like, if we were to get that category of who has been lifetime real hero. But again, when we talk about humanitarian, we also regard it with the societal impact. And this is what I tell each and every artist. Like, okay, you're doing your music. What is the impact of your music? We keep asking this question to the society. Apart from what I listen to and the lessons I get, how are you still impactful? Now you're an influencer, you have the numbers. What are you doing with the numbers you have? You know, somebody was actually saying, imagine, I think this was like a very famous person. Nakuja kasema, this was Munga. Shout out to Munga in his interview. Never does interviews. So akasema, what is success for you as an artist? And he said, my success is, imagine tu mimi naweza sema tu kitu na watu wanisikie. Unajua, that ikosa, it's no, he said, I don't see it as money or whatever. Naweza simama preso na niambia watu na watu wanisikize, literally. And that really meant a lot. I'm like, there are people who actually know the impact of their, you know, how people can listen to how influential, literally influential you are. And it's just beautiful because it's not only oriented to money. Oh, I made money, because there are people who didn't make money through this music. But if you look at the community and what they've done, it's just super beautiful. And next time we want to include everybody, because we would have had Major in this category. Why didn't it's not that Major didn't do anything. He has put a lot of people. Major is the only artist that I agree has actually done collabos with people, and this is super beautiful, because most mainstream artists wanakatanga collabo, or they charge you a lot of money for the collabos. But you see Major in every track. Hata mind hata sijui when you are jana. So long as anaona you have potential, he's gonna do that video and that song with you, and that is like putting people on the map. And for me, that is just beautiful. I can't say anything bad about Jua Kali or Major. Whoever was put, I feel like there's a lot of people. Music is diverse, and a lot of people have their likes and people they like, the music they want. So it should be supposed to be like very inclusive in every part of the way.
That aspect, then I'll agree. But still, You know,
Yeah.
I believe we should see. If you talk about the same thing, I'll go back to what you just said.
Yeah.
You know, putting on people, which probably is still doing. You don't need
Yeah.
to see him, you know, outside the cameras. Akisema
Yeah.
leo nimefanya.
Exactly.
Probably he's still doing it even
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
Today's I don't know, but he's playing parts maybe in urban toy.
Exactly.
We don't
We
know.
don't know.
But I believe again we should have. You know, all these people wangekuwa too included.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like there's some sort of biasness in this.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because I didn't know about it.
Yeah,
Because I would have
maybe.
had literally personally I would vote.
Yeah.
Because I've been really supporting these awards that
Yeah.
zimekuwa so recent, and I see someone who's been putting in effort. Like I'll literally go hata kama ni 10 bob.
Yeah.
One vote is enough.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I do believe. What is your thought, E? Or we've said it all.
In regards to
Humanitarian award
humanitarian
and yeah.
awards, I believe that Major, I've heard a lot of about his music and also Jua Kali,
Yeah.
but everything in regards to like these awards, I feel the fact that I didn't hear about it, I don't know about it.
Yeah.
It's sad, but hopefully next time they're gonna put a lot of effort in marketing it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like there's a lot of talent out there
Yeah.
in different categories in the industry.
Yeah.
And these people need to be recognized in regards to like when you're being recognized,
Yeah.
it basically can open a lot of doors for you. Even just being in that environment.
Exactly. Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can really open a
A
lot
lot
of
of
doors for you. You don't have to
networking.
receive awards or anything, but environment and atmosphere really matters, because
yeah.
you never know you're gonna meet. So I feel like
Exactly.
it should be made more accessible the next time. People to know about this, because we have to support our people, support the music, everything, acting, whatever they were doing. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I do agree with
Yeah,
you.
next time let's make it more. There's social media, honestly. There's radio. Like, why can I not use these things?
Yeah.
You don't
No, I
have
mean,
to be-
Ashanga, we have Nairobi Gossip. We have all
Yeah.
these
Nairobi Gossip,
platforms.
yes.
Why didn't we see any sort of unless me don't make so
No, Johnny-
inactive on the platforms? Sijakuwa
actually-
so active.
Yeah.
I actually agree with you. I was gonna say we are very active. Personally, I am super active with
On
social media
Instagram,
on
yeah.
Instagram. I actually check because that is my job. Nothing I would ever miss. I was like,
Or
East
it's just
African
for like
award.
a
How
program
did this
group of
happen?
people.
How did this
No.
pass me?
Yeah.
Like it doesn't make sense. It didn't make sense. I
Yeah.
was like, really?
Or maybe it was
No
a
posters, no
hidden
nothing.
agenda.
Claudia
I mean,
won 5, Aziza won 2. I'm like, how you guys, media personality of the year?
didn't know
I'm like,
that.
how did we know this? How
Yeah.
didn't we know all this? It didn't
Anyway,
actually
ni sawa.
make sense.
Tuseme tu tuko nyuma
Tuko
basi.
hapa na
yeah.
tuko nyuma. It was not marketed well. That is just my thought, because we also follow these people. We'd have seen them
I
asking us to
mean-
vote for them.
Thank you.
Yeah, it just that doesn't happen unless we are like starting to get like really corrupted and all that. Shout out to John Mosquito. He's saying we got chicken salad and the boss babe. Joby, we need a nickname for you now.
Really?
You find it.
You
guys are good at
How
giving
are
people
you?
nicknames.
I
You
know.
find it.
I'm a boss babe.
Chicken salad? Really?
You get it.
Alright, that is so funny. Karibu sana John Mosquito. But anyway, this video is disturbing me. I'm
Okay.
gonna play it about this woman.
Guys, I have woken up and I have found out that caretaker na the agent walikama wakanifungia hawa usiku. Hebu see guys, walikuja wakanifungia hawa usiku kama tumedoze, wakanikatia stima na wakanikatia maji. Kwa sababu ya nini? A 2-month arrear. This being the second month, can you imagine? And then the worst case is I have 6 babies and a 5-month-old baby in the house. I'm really panicking. I don't know what to do. The kids are hungry. Sijui. Mmoja ameenda nje ndiye aniombea maji kwa neighbor tukunywe at least chai. But the others are... How can you hold us hostage because of a 2-month arrear? Surely the kids want to... The other guys, I'm really panicking. But it's because I don't want to show the kids so that wasipanic pia. But bado wamenifungia hao. Since usiku hadi sai, it's 11. No one has opened their...
Alright, now that is just what is happening. It's a disturbing, of course, video. And I want to look at it from 2 sides or 2 angles. Now, this is a woman, for those who don't understand, she's been locked in with 5 kids. Apparently, one is a few months old. 6 babies. The younger one is a few months old. And she doesn't look old for me. She looks like young, maybe in her early 30s or maybe in her late 20s. I don't know. But again, I want to read a comment and just give my first approach relating to this comment. Now, somebody saying, first of all, why are you calling it just over 2 months arrears? As
Thank
if
you.
it's nothing.
Thank you.
Hiyo pia ni hustle ya mtu na kulisha familia yake. It is so wrong kwa kukufungia ndani ya nyumba. I see ni zile za kuingiza mkono. So it was easy to break out. Vunja utoke, ulipe nyumba wenyewe na uame to a cheap house. Or ukose kulipa uame tu bado. I know you'll say hakuna pesa, but the landlord too, hiyo ni kazi anategemea. Now, I want to talk about first the 6 babies. Okay, and I'm not coming for you. The economy is hard. 6 babies, okay. Let me not question that, okay. But again, you have 6 babies, and of course, from the way she's talking, literally, she has maybe no partner because she didn't name. She's like, I'm stuck with 6 babies with me alone. So that is very sad. And this is what we were talking about. People don't want to commit. That brings me to that perspective. Men are deadbeat dads. That brings me to mental health. You know, it's just crazy because everything adds up. And again, how 6 babies alone? Okay, that is so wrong, but I'll still question it, you know. So when you come and say quarantine 2002, for rent 2 months, this is somebody's hustle. Respect that, and definitely leave. Also, one thing I've seen, and I can say, live by your means. Don't go to like a place where you know you can't manage. There was this quote that was going viral some other time, and somebody was saying, surely kwa bedsitter uko na familia. And it made, like, people would find it so funny, but it made really a lot of sense for me. And for me, I took it like really on a higher note, like kujipanga before you have these kids, plan. Because alisema tukuna nyumba zenye huwezi tukua na familia. Right, like no hating or something, jipanga tu, ukue na familia when you're ready. And we don't only talk about like financial, mental, every day. So we say this all the time. I don't want to actually put my conversation more into that. But again, also, let me look at it from a perspective. Ni nani tuko tunasema these caretakers, how they harass people. Kufungiwa mimi nilikuwa na Embakasi. I remember, my God, ikifika date 10 I've not paid, nafungiwa kwanza, naanziwa na maji, naanziwa na stima. And then I'm like, see, I'll just go through the day just to walk or work. Nikuje omka nimelala. Shida yao. And then wanakufungia maji. Essential, you can't live without water. You know. And then bado mimi ni mauru sitoki. The worst thing, unatoka ukirudi unapata padlocks kama 3. And you can't actually do anything, you know. And this is something that happens. And somebody was actually giving this video. Nowadays they've even become professional. Wanachukua nini? Super glue. Wanaeka kwa padlock. So unakuja nadhani uko maji ama uko normal ama mpoteza, unaeka hivi. Uko like, what is happening, guys? You know, I saw my neighbor stranded for like almost 1 hour. Natamani kumwambia cheki.
It's the worst experience,
you know, this person
ever.
was here. It's just so anajiuliza, really? Is my key okay? And there was also this one, wanachomelea the whole door.
The roof being
ripped off. Can you imagine?
What? Even the door.
Make it make sense.
It is crazy, but on this, I want to start with this one before you get to the landlord. Personally, I love the fact you started with the first comment. The person who's asking, how dare you say just 2 months errands? Like, what do you mean? You just have a 2-month
I
errand?
know,
like,
right?
What do you mean you just have? What do you know how crazy you sound according to me? I don't have a land. I don't have a plot to ask for anyone for rent every month, but I literally feel for the landlord, because someone literally being patient with you, and we know literally how landlords are being patient with you for 2 months. Water to be provided in the plot is in there. How are they paying that water? Do you ask yourself, like, how is that water paid? Because you've seen kanjus coming to literally kata maji because mwenye gorofa hajakata, na nyinyi mnalipa bill. Nyinyi wote mmelipa bill lakini mwenye plot hajalipa bill. So you need to first question yourself, as much as I'm delaying the rent, am I literally affecting the landlord? Because most of the people just assume because these people are just taking month, rent every single money every single month,
they have money.
they are okay. It's
Yeah.
like they don't have problems.
Yeah.
People have problems, let me tell you. And they say no matter how much you have, it's never enough. So as much as they have 1, 2, 3 plots, apartments, it's not enough. They want more, and that's why they have so much, because it's not enough. So number one, I feel like she was very, very wrong for saying that, her house is shut just because she has a 2 months decline of rent.
The just is so wrong.
Yeah, it's so wrong. It is so wrong. So number one, check on your language. I believe this is the reason why probably your house has been closed finally, because you're talking shit, you're talking nonsense.
Mind your tone.
Consider also the landlord. Secondly, the same thing you just said you don't want to question. I'll question. She looks very young, just like you said, either in her early 30 or mid 20, late 20s. 6 babies.
How?
Why?
How?
Make that, just explain. Just explain why. Like 6 babies in 2024.
I know, right?
People are trying to not even have no babies. You have 6 babies. Are you crazy? I can't even fathom that. That is just a big red flag. I hope it's just by one dad, because if it's by multiple parents, multiple men, then you're messed up here. And that's why you have errands of 2 months. Then third and least, but not least, is about the caretakers too. I believe one thing he did wrong on this case is that kumfungia ndani, which I feel like that was even a better, safer way of you being shut inside rather than being found outside. Because imagine the way it is raining right now. And yesterday it was on a Sunday. You're coming from church, then you find your house is shut and it's raining the way it has been raining from 7 nowadays. From 7 p.m. it's raining the whole night. You can't literally do anything. So what would you have done on this situation?
I know.
Be grateful the fact umefungiwa ndani, number one. That is what I'd tell you. But at the same time, the landlord was very, very wrong, because if probably they don't have food, which she said, they are starving there, they need to literally go look for something to eat. And having a 5 months-old baby, this mama is literally eating a lot.
Exactly.
Because she's breastfeeding, anakula mbaya mbovu. So landlord fungulio mama nyumba, lakini next time please stop saying it's just a 2 months late delay on rent. I'll close your door, my friend. I won't care. I won't care at that point, because that was so wrong. That was so wrong. You don't do that. What are your thoughts, Siwatam?
In regards to that, for me, I can feel like landlords can be really understanding if maybe you've been living in an apartment for quite a while and you've been paying your bills on time. They can be really patient with you.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, but the fact that maybe if you're not communicating and you don't know the next plan, like you can go to your friends, you can go to your parents. In regards to just saying what she's saying, it's like maybe there was no compensation. Maybe the 2 months right of like the deposit, she's like, I'm gonna stay for the deposit. We don't know. But the fact that we're talking about we're talking about in the Vibes show, we talk about understanding yourself, your purpose, your vision. Maybe this lady, maybe she had kids like maybe when she was really young. I'm just thinking.
Are they really having a one biological dad or is multiple?
It gives me the point that right now as women you should definitely first know who you are, have a plan for your future before settling down or before having kids. Have a plan, mentally be prepared, financially be prepared. It's not easy. People might tell you it's gonna be easy or God always provides, yes, but still it's gonna be really hell over time for you to really keep up with that, honestly. And also be careful with the men. Just take care of yourself, really.
Well, this is where again I think we keep on having this discussion. It's crazy. It's just always ladies that don't learn. I don't know why, and why we don't literally look at other women's lives and learn from that and ask yourself, like, I think you should just look at someone, pause, and then if you're about to get yourself in a messed up situation, let's say get pregnant, like you are saying, for someone, not for you. You should question: am I really ready for this? Is this really what I really want to go through?
Exactly.
This is a bad example to use, and I want to use it. Shout out to Jackie Matubia. She has 2 failed marriages, and I've seen recently in her interview saying that she doesn't want to attempt it again. Personally, I believe in not giving up, especially when it comes to love. Like, don't give up. And when it comes to single parents, I've spoken about this, especially single mothers. Once you have one child by a different man and you guys split, let's say, or maybe you have a child then you become a single parent, then maybe you're looking forward to still extend your family with someone different. First, just jijue kwanza. First,
talk about that.
let your child know. Personally, I've said let your child understand the situation you are both in, the situation she or he's about to go through, especially if they are in a stage, because kids do pick information very quickly. Kids do note things, because I noted a lot when my mom and dad were divorcing, and which if I sit today and tell my dad I remember everything, najua atastuka, because I told my mom before she passed and she was like, no way, you don't remember this. I do remember everything, every scenario, all the drama that I went through when my mom and dad were divorcing, and it's always very nasty. So to avoid that next one else, you're gonna be referring him to us dad until you're comfortable. Actually, you can refer him to dad, but for now it's called this and this and this. And she mentally prepared me, knowing what am I going to get myself into, or what am I really going to meet. So in case of anything, I have the freedom and will to talk, if I feel like maybe sick or fitty. And I feel like that's what most of the single parents don't really understand. Like, you wanna bump into relationships because you're looking for one means of survival for yourself and your child. You're not okay mentally. You're putting this child in a very effed up situation. Like, in general, just first understand yourself, collect yourself, get a job. It's not so hard. I don't know why people think like you need to be in the office for you to feel like you have a job.
Start a business.
Sell tomatoes. Sell onions. Do anything that literally can make you. And then people don't understand food. What wanakula chakula kila siku.
Exactly, every day.
Try with food first. Go get something for at least maybe $1. Prof, make the double that. That is $2. Eat $1, save $1. Go again, add stock cash. And the market, the prices is not the same every single
day. Exactly.
But I feel like women are just always dummy. Like most of them, some of them. Because there's no way. I look at you, just use as an example. You have 2 failed marriages, and I still wanna. Like, I'm not even coming to ask for your advice, and you can literally, maybe from your angle, you can see like, hey, who dem anataka kujingiza kwa shida.
Exactly.
You've tried maybe advising me, but I'm like, nah. And that's how you find yourself. It's just, come on, critical thinking.
I know, it's easy as that. But again, before we come to blame women thoroughly, let us also question our African men. I'm gonna actually question them also, because 6 children, probably maybe different dads, where is
but
even
you have the
one
right to say yes or no as
where,
a woman.
yes, I understand, but I'm also questioning where these dads and where the responsibility of this man.
On this case, if I try to look at, maybe assuming she has these 6 children with 6 different men, like I say, this is a woman living by first desperation and means of her survival. She's trying to survive through men. So she's gonna open up her legs very easily, because and she's gonna allow anyone maybe. And then men will promise you anything when they get that coochie. Come on, men will say anything to you to get that coochie. So especially if you are desperate and a single mom, I'm gonna take care of you.
I'm gonna take your kid.
They're gonna spoil that child like. Like they're the sweetest.
I know,
like
right?
the sweetest you've ever seen. And until you nutted in and you didn't take no P2, you didn't choose no condom, and now you tell him you're pregnant. The first time maybe he's okay, then he thinks about it, he's like, nah, I messed up big time.
I know,
he
right?
Goes.
And he goes, it's just so crazy, because we don't learn as women, but I'm still questioning. And I'm not going off from this. I agree. Yes, there's a part of women to be blamed, and we say women have the last say. We've had this conversation all the time. I have the last say if I'm having the baby or not. I have the last say what I'm doing with my coochie. I have all that.
It's so true.
Right. But again, you as a man, how do we question our African men? We've seen deadbeat dads, and this happens mostly. We've had this conversation. Most African men run away from responsibility, from family, and we even had this conversation, I think last year, when we were saying, we called out feeder. Which feeder? nowadays is corrupt, doesn't work like 100% in the favor of women. It's also about paper again. And again, I feel like in the States, if we consider with Africans, it's different because in the States it's a right. Like you can go to court and it's 50-50. So they actually have to take care of their family. You agree before you are taken to court. You know, child support is a big deal. And that is something that we've not embraced much in Africa. And that is why also we have people running off from responsibilities, and these are the same type of men who we want to raise kids with, because this man is gonna run, and let me tell you, baby, if he runs right now, he's going to another woman also do the same thing, you know, and run again. So which type of men are we raising also, and are we accepting in the society?
On that case, I feel like this is where we need to be educated, both of us, men and women. Like when you should, at what age? That is a question and a debate we should have actually. Tomorrow, maybe on the Black Kings frequency. When is the right? I think we've had this. When is the right age to get married? You know, when is really the right age for you to settle? I'm not sure how much we'll debate. If not, we shall have it.
Maybe we've had to have kids.
I mean, we should have such kind of discussions and topics, like when is the right time for you to settle, for a man, for a woman. Because I think we've discussed of where for ladies, and this used to be pressure when you were young. By the age of 25, and I got this, and I remember you said you also experienced the same.
I did.
I don't know about you, but I experienced whereby when I hit 20, I was told, yo, you need to get out, you know, you're too old for you to be here, like step kanyaga, give your siblings space, you need to get married, you know, by 25 you should be having kids. And this has been also a society community thing where people always say that as a woman 25 you should be settled. And mentally, if you keep it like that, this is why you see most of the women are literally in marriages that they're not happy, you know, they have too many children, unplanned, like literally everything is happening so messy because you never even planned your life. Someone else planned it for you. And also for men, when is the right time for you to settle? Are you ready? Are you getting the pressure from society, parents, or are you doing it because you're ready? You know, people should be educated about this, especially Africans. So when you talk about the men, you'll find in some communities which marriage is forced, this probably is the situation. Because I've seen a situation of
organized marriages,
like the pocots, the clitoris. You'll find this man, first the clitoris is cut because these men believe that, you know, it's to keep their women out of cheating, number one, and
sexual desire.
But they're the number one cheaters, you know. They enslave this woman, but at the end of the day, they're the ones literally, after impregnating this young girl, she's no longer important. They go look for another young one, you know, younger than you. So I mean, such kind of things should be educated, and I believe this is where the problems literally come from. Because there's lack of information and so many traditionals and cultures that are still practiced that are so backward, and that are literally leading to continuous poverty generationally, because that is poverty. Having unafungwa nyumba na watoto wasije.
Imagine, it's just so crazy.
That's poverty.
I'm thinking about the kids myself. I'm like, oh my gosh, honestly.
Imagine a 6-month baby.
That's poverty.
It's just so crazy. But before we go to the main conversation, I'm gonna go through the comments. And this is of course Danny Harrison. Shout out to you. And of course, those who are joining us, you have already 18 people. I don't see you tapping the like screen button. Thank you for tapping the like screen button for those who are with us. Now, Danny Harrison is saying, music is just visual art expressed through sound. The question is, does life innate art, or does life art imitate life? Guess it depends on how you look at it, at the purpose behind a particular art. So it's both sides. You can look at it from, okay, does life imitate art? I might write because of a life. So life can imitate, and does art imitate life? You know, somebody can listen to me and change. So it's both ways. Somebody saying, I said that because every group of people, every culture has music and art that reflects a particular experience or their world outlook, which makes a lot of sense. And he goes ahead and say that's why real artists makes art that's different from the next real artist. That's why music and art today all looks and sounds the same, because it's not real music or art. Everybody wants to copy. There is no originality. You know, you don't have your own sound. You want to sound like Boutros, you want to sound like Joe Kali, you want to sound like Calligraph Jones, or Silverstone. It's just so crazy. And someone saying because women now this is now a different conversation. This is Danny Harrison's team. He's saying because women are emotional. When some bum comes around speaking sweet things, most women respond to that. Then you've got popular entertainment that encourages that irresponsibility. And he's saying that's why we have all these failed relationship and marriages. For further reference, see your girl. Oh my god, that is so bad. I'm not gonna read that comment. And he's also going ahead to say that's how nature is supposed to work. The weak gets weeded out and the strong is supposed to reproduce and have seen stronger offspring again. Akasema, what is that? Epigenetics is real. And he also says the present environment does the exact opposite of that. And I also saw John Mosquito was in the building and he was actually talking about is two failed marriages not it was just a funny comment, let me get it. It's two he says two failed marriages, isn't that like the average nowadays?
Yeah, I mean that's the average.
Just so
I don't.
crazy.
There are people who are willing to go beyond that. I know. Like I say, personally, I'm a high believer of don't give up in love.
I know, yeah.
I mean, no matter how many times I'm gonna be hurt,
Yeah,
I'm not
I
gonna
see what
stop.
I love.
I'm not gonna stop literally
Exactly.
looking for someone who I'm gonna fall in love with or someone who can literally, create
Yeah.
magic with.
Yeah.
So I'm always gonna. I'm
I
always
know.
ready. I'm always ready for the next one. Always
I know.
ready. Trust me. I'm always ready.
I know. I'm
But
also
not
a
in
type
terms of
love.
marriage. In terms of marriage, once you have a first failed one, the second one, bro,
question.
kanyaga kubwa kubwa. Leo watoto na ukule tu mjulis.
Hata wao
Please.
question.
The rest Z. Hey, yo.
Even you question that exactly. But moving on to the main focus of the day, I want us to talk about independence when it comes to like music, arts, and this is referring to Nviiri, who actually exited Soul Generation today. And the storyteller announced his departure from Soul Generation this afternoon. And for me, I haven't gotten like enough news about this. I just want to give my thoughts about it because we've seen artists actually coming out from, record labels and all that, and they actually move away from that to create their own. Viri is not the first. We had been Soul actually getting out from it, and Soul Generation has created a wave and a path for them, which is just super amazing because it was not only Sauti Soul that they took in, they signed a lot of artists, and it's just beautiful. There was Kaskazini by that time. I don't know if they were still working together. There was Tasigo, you remember the one that had like one eye, and they have done amazing with these people. I'm wishing Viri first and foremost the best, and I believe like if he says he's getting out, because he came out to actually give a number of people that he's gonna work with, new management, new team and all that, and I believe he has been there. They've created a path for him. He has actually stood, now is very strong to actually stand alone and create a pathway for himself, and we can't actually hate on that. I can't actually come and say, oh, who is it? No, I'm a core industry for a long time under Sauti Sol, and maybe personally I feel like he's strong enough. He already has the influence, he already has numbers, he already has following, people who know his sound and music and vibe with that genre, and people are really ready to support him. So it is so good that Sauti Sol or Soul Generation gave him this path. It's just high time for him now to come create his own line, his own brand by himself, and let's see what is gonna happen. For me, that is like a
Well,
big
I believe
shout-out.
he's gonna nail it because, like you said, he has numbers. I'm a big fan of Nviiri the storyteller. The famous first song is Pombe Sigara. That is one of my biggest favorite songs, and much more I can't mention. So
Nikita.
I wish him nothing but the best. As for me too, I'm a high believer again of also growth. And I believe if you are in a platform or in a space where you've been given the chance to grow and you literally surpass your, you pass your exams, like you feel like you're way beyond now the space, you feel like you can do it alone, go for it. That is one thing I really believe in all art. Like if you grow and you feel like uko fiti, you can literally, you're ready to fly. I mean, spread your wings.
Spread your wings,
Yeah, spread your
exactly.
wings and fly super, super high. So shout out to
Exactly.
him, and I believe he's gonna do amazing.
Yeah.
We love you, we got you, and we're here to literally receive your music
Exactly.
on and on, back to back.
Exactly. Yeah.
For me, it's all about like it's weird because I thought it was already out.
Yeah.
I thought like
It's
the
been
time
sold.
So I was
It's
like,
been
oh,
sold.
because I had those they split, but I think that was Sauti So I
Yeah.
was like, it's already like off, so it's not really shocking.
Yeah.
But the fact that he's got an audience, for me, the picture that is coming to my mind right now is like when the Mother Bird is releasing the Chicks to Fly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think he's ready.
It's ready.
Yeah.
Exactly. But again, Sauti Sol is not self-generation.
I know that.
Yeah, so self-generation is the record label. Signed a lot of artists, including Sauti Sol. Amazing. And he released a team, a manager, Maisha Watt, who is the manager. And there was also an international manager, Jamie Alderson. And of course, there's also assistant booking manager. So from here, you can just tell that he's ready. Say, bookings are open. You know, he's ready for the work.
Well,
And
what I hope is that after, because something else after also you becoming an independent solo artist, and you have new management, new people you're working with, you have to be very careful. We've seen artists being messed up by management.
Yeah.
We've been seeing them complaining because of signing some record labels that messed them up, you know. So be careful at this point. That is one thing I'd really advise you.
Yeah.
You understanding, if you really do, understanding the art and the industry you are at. And if you're gonna get to the point where you're gonna be getting gigs right now, like, you know, this like Sauti Sol themselves, you know, you're going Canada, going to Australia, maybe going outside the African continent to perform. Just know remember who you are, remember where you're coming from, you know, remember who you are, the most important thing. Remember who you are, what made you start this journey, and remember where you're coming from. Don't just sign things blindly.
And this is why, and as we come to the end of our show, that is why I say it is good to have the experience. You see, with the timeline, you know, and I believe he has already had that experience. He's been in the game for a very long time, so he can actually make critical decision. But imagine if you were just new, you find, you know, new people taking advantage of you. You're waving, you're making 1 million views, but you have nothing to show for it. So it is really, 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 really important to actually take that into note. But we are coming to the end of our show for today. Shout out to everybody who has been with us, the 18 people. For those who liked, the concurrent viewers, thank you so much. To our silent listeners on the radio and those who are with us, Mr. Joe Mosquito, thank you for always supporting us on our show. It's always amazing to have you each and every day. To kids, thank you for this channel, and thank you so much for the opportunity. We want to appreciate you guys, but till tomorrow, make sure you join us early in the morning, featuring Ewaton. We'll be having a guest with us on the Vibe Show. Much love.
Much love, guys. See you guys tonight, of course, on the Africa Today show. I missed my show. For those who probably wondered if maybe the Pan-African Bliss was aired or not, I didn't. We had no lights, and I hope they're gonna push through because they've been going on and off. So I hope we're not gonna be having such kind of issues tonight. But see you guys later. We shall be bringing much more coming from the continent and discussing about what happened during the weekend, including Iran, you know, sending its shots to Israel. So asanteni sana for tuning in.
Thank you so much for always joining us on all the shows. Really appreciate your support on Let's Pop, the news show. It's been really thank you for the support. It's been really amazing. And let's just keep tuning in, trending and topical conversation in what regard what's happening in Africa, in Kenya, and also redefining Africa. Remember, you matter and you have a purpose in this world, and you are the change you need to see in the world. Take care and have a beautiful evening.
Amazing. Jim was saying much love, guys.
Much love to you too.
Much love, guys. I think you meant guys. Peace. Thank you so much. I know he's capable of saying guys.
Step up on the scene, we make it pop. Yeah, Missy Wezzy stuff. Yeah, Missy Wezzy stuff. Yeah, Missy to my flex. On a green and dress. Aki, I'm the best. Yeah, Aki, I'm the best. She say she a queen, so I play her like it's chess. I just wanna ball out like my homies in US. I had a couple issues, so I put it in the music. I had a couple issues, had a homie.